It's the Infectious Groove Podcast, part of the Odd Pods Media Network. Recorded from Detroit, Michigan, and Jacksonville, Florida. The Infectious Groove Podcast is your source for jammy jams, album reviews, and the best in-depth music discussion. Thanks for joining us. Now here are your hosts.
It is the Infectious Groove Podcast. Not only that, but it's our first episode of 2023. This episode is going to be released on January 2nd, so hopefully everyone is done being at least a certain amount of hungover and got through New Year's Day. Michelle is shaking her head. No, you will not be done being
I'm
hungover.
starting my drinking now.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. So that wonderful tone of voice along with me this week is Michelle. Michelle, welcome back to your own show.
I thought you were going to say Seth.
Also, Michelle continuing to spoil the episode, not just over a minute in. Besides that, we are joined by our friend Seth, who I think the last time you were on our show, you were running a different podcast than you are now. But you were running both at one time, right?
Yeah, I've done all sorts of combinations of podcasts.
Yeah, I could not see myself doing more than one at a time. I see people have like 2-3 shows, and I'm like, nah, what? How?
Yeah, that's why I had to. I put my music podcast on the back burner, treble. And, as I guess I can make like an exclusive announcement here to the internet, but my podcast is coming back on February 1st.
Yay.
It is. And I guess we might as well break some more news. Who's your first guest going to be?
My first guest is going to be the illustrious, the infamous Russ Robinson.
Yeah, that's right. From the Infectious Groove Podcast.
I think I know him.
Yeah.
Do you know that guy?
You do.
The name sounds familiar.
And
I heard he likes Pink Floyd a lot.
He
does.
It's true. And that episode is actually already recorded. So we're doing time traveling right now. The episode that you're listening to right now of the Infectious Groove Podcast is being recorded after the episode I recorded with Seth for his new podcast, his returning podcast, Trouble.
Yes.
But this episode that you're hearing will be released before the episode is released. Yeah. It's
mind blown.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's the wonder of the internet. But having said that, Seth is joining us for what now 3 years in a row has become one of our more special episodes due to, I mean, there's no nice way to put this. Michelle, you don't believe in robots.
Neither do you.
I don't. No, I believe in them. I just don't like them. You don't believe the robots when they tell you things.
I have a theory.
Oh, man, this is going to be good. So it's our Spotify Wrapped episode. And generally what we go through is our top 5 artists and our top 5 songs and a couple other things. So we will get into that in the second half of the program. And if you've ever listened to this is the third one we've done now of our year-end Spotify Wrapped. And it's for me, I like with Spotify Wrapped, I always look at it every year and I know exactly how and why what happened. But Michelle doesn't believe what happened and now has developed a theory.
I've said it before and I'll say it again later. I'll tell you later.
Sweet.
Michelle's like whole thing is like this the X-Files poster, I want to believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're all going to find out in the second half of this episode, which is fantastic. So before we get into that, we have a little bit of feedback share for the past couple of weeks.
Feedback, Joe. Don't worry about that. Right. There's rock and roll me without feedback.
Mike Downing writes in and says that he went down a Joni Mitchell rabbit hole in the past couple of days and couldn't be happier. So many great tunes that he'd never heard before. And I don't dislike Joni Mitchell at all, but I'm not like a huge fan. It's like she's the type of person I respect her place in music more than I enjoy her music. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I like some of her music. I just have such like a hard time focusing on music that is not like under 3 minutes a song and super fast.
Oh,
so that's a me problem. Nothing towards Joni.
Well, I don't know. Michelle, do you have a problem with music that's not short?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I do like slow music though, so it's fine. But the time length thing it's a no-go for me. That's a no for me, dog.
Gotcha. Our friend Dave writes in and says, "Hey, Infectious Groove Podcast, I made it through the entire Christmas season without hearing Wonderful Christmas Time. It's a Christmas miracle." That is a huge win for mankind. I'm sure you're both aware of this. I cannot stand that song. Like, I'm not anti-Christmas. I don't hate Christmas like some people on the program, but
Who, me?
Yes.
Kyle?
Yeah. But I just cannot stand that song. So I'm excited for Dave that he, in fact, made it through the whole season without hearing it.
There's still time.
Yeah, there's. Regarding our last week's episode about all these artists who seem to be selling their rights off, like just a ton of artists continually selling off their rights and whatnot, Garrett writes in and says it's definitely a double-edged sword. I think there needs to be tact and not so much overuse of the songs. I can see it being super beneficial. I also wish artists were paid better for their material, which, yeah, I mean, I think we all agree with. All of us wish that the artists were actually paid what their work is worth.
I think everybody wishes that they were paid what their work was worth.
And didn't Dave just said he was happy to make it through like without these annoying Christmas songs?
Yes.
Well, I just saw in the news that Katy Perry has sold her or is trying to sell her library or whatever. So just like enjoy the time you have without hearing like Katy Perry music in like every ad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Regarding our actual YouTube video that just came out the day we're recording this episode, the 5 Garth Brooks songs that you should start with, a new viewer / listener, Heather, writes in and says that you really should check out the studio version of Tearing It Up and Burning It Down, which was one of the 5 songs I included, but I've only ever heard a live version of that. So apparently I need to look that up because I've never seen that before. Heather goes on to say, in the future, I'd definitely love to see you include some Chris Gaines stuff. I really love that music. And what's interesting is we already have shot and edited that very video. I have a video coming about Chris Gaines already in the can, and it comes out in like 2 weeks. So we're not always super clairvoyant with our feedback, but if you want to leave us feedback, you can. At any given moment, you can reach out to us on social media or leave a comment on our YouTube page, or I've offered this several times. You can go right to Michelle's house and she'll be more than happy to field any of your questions, comments, or concerns. That's true, right, Michelle?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just don't book on Southwest Air.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't book on Southwest. So let's get on to our Jammy Jams. Our Jammies. For Jammy Jams for me this week, a couple of things. One of the things that I was discussing on Seth's program when we recorded the other night, the episode that was recorded already but isn't out yet, was about Nirvana's landmark album, Nevermind. And during the course of that episode, we talked more than a few minutes about the follow-up album to that, In Utero. And so I took that album for a spin a couple of times over the past couple of weeks, and I think In Utero is such a masterpiece. And
hey, I think you told me a question that you were asked about that album.
Me?
Yeah.
About In Utero?
No, and Nevermind, right? How does it feel to be alive when that album came out?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because Russ is old.
Yes, because Seth wanted to know what it was like to be alive when Nirvana first broke, because I'm an old and Seth is not.
Yeah.
I needed it mentioned here for record.
That's
all.
Yeah.
Perfect. I was 9, so that's why I had to ask Russ. My memory from that time in my life is limited.
So moving on. The other couple of things that were on my Jammy Jams list, and one is kind of a weird one, but we were at karaoke last week, and the karaoke host, like literally out of nowhere, come over and he was like, sometime in the next year, I would love to hear you learn and try Life's Been Good by Joe Walsh. And I was like, oh, I'll do that right now. So I jumped into action and did that. So I listened to that and Funk 49 a great deal. And I know Funk 49 is James Gang, but it's still Joe Walsh. So
yeah, it's a classic. It's a good song.
It's a jam.
Did you also dive into ILBTs?
You know what's funny is when I was writing my Jammy Jams, I almost included that because I knew you were going to ask if I had listened to that song. And I had.
Did you sing it at karaoke?
I did not. No, it doesn't exist. Trust me, I've looked for that song on karaoke. It does not exist.
Can you bring it in on a CD and have them play it?
I mean, I can have them play the song, yes, but.
Okay, you got the magic. Just take the words out.
We're not even to the Spotify Wrapped portion of this yet.
There's got to be a YouTube karaoke version out there.
I have yet to find one. So, but the point is, I listen to Funk 49 and Life's Been Good a ton, and I almost put ILBTs on my list because I knew Michelle was going to ask, and I'd be like, yeah, of course. But I didn't listen to that song this week, so I didn't want to be a lying liar who lies on it. Oh, I absolutely thought about it. I just didn't listen to it.
You thought about the BTs or the song?
All of it. Both. Yes.
Everything involved.
Yes. And then lastly, for my jammy jams, I am what I would call a middle of the road fan of The Cure. Let me say this. Okay, so you know when a band has like the one big album, and if that's the one that you love, everybody thinks lesser of you, like a music snob type thing. So I don't really dislike, I don't dislike anything I've ever heard by The Cure, but like Disintegration is my damn jam. Like that whole record.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Yeah. And so adjacent to that is either right after or very soon after that record came out, The Cure put out a record called Mixed Up. That's all remixes of, it's heavy on Disintegration. And then there's older stuff. And like the version of Fascination Street that's on there is absolutely my favorite version of it. The version of Close to Me that's on there, like given the chance, I will always listen to the mixed up version of Close to Me, like well before the original. So it's been a weird week for me. Like what I guess you would call rock things, but totally different from each other. So those were my jammy jams for this week. Seth, get ready for, well, actually, you know what? Never mind. Michelle will just be nice to you. She won't ask you any questions or anything about your jammy jams. Michelle, the listeners can't see you mean mugging me right now.
We have to save Michelle for last because she's the best, right?
Right. Absolutely. Yes.
Michelle is awesome.
What are you drinking there, by the way, Michelle?
Stone Hazy IPA.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Right on.
Just curious.
It's an amazingly hazy IPA.
With like the quality of video that we have where I can see you now, I couldn't tell if it was just a Zevia can or, you know what I mean? Like the color of it kind of looks like it could be a Zevia can.
Yeah. I hope it's not.
Yeah.
If you can't tell you're drinking grape soda or beer, there is an issue.
Right.
Maybe I should stop.
Yeah. Maybe it's time to just hold off. Having said that, Seth, what have your jammy jams been?
I brought you 2 albums today. These are 2 albums that came out in 2022 and probably were the great influence to my top genre that we will discuss later on. The first one comes from French indie artist Phoenix. They put out an album called Alpha Zulu, and that's just an amazing album. You can listen to every song. Every song's good. You don't have to change, or skip anything. Really good.
No stinkers, huh?
No, but still 5 out of 10.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's the mark of a quality Infectious Groove album.
That's the highest compliment I could give it.
And I could be wrong. I think I've seen you mention this on Twitter before, and this is definitely one of those like, oh, I got to listen to that. And I haven't yet. So I need, we always put stuff like this on the playlist. So
do they have a record that has a bomb on the front?
Yes, they do. That is their probably most famous record, Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix.
Yeah, that's definitely a memorable title.
Memorable.
Yeah, we'll just go
with the album with Listomania in 1901.
Yes, those are the songs I know.
Yeah, we did it. Look at us.
I did it. I musicked. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Everyone be impressed and just don't listen to the second half of this episode.
Right. All right, so you have that, and then what else? You said you have one more?
Yes, I had one more album, and that would be from Perfume Genius. It's called Ugly Season, and that's also a new album for 2022, and a wonderful queer artist that is Perfume Genius, and just amazing music. It's another album similar to the one I recommended where I just don't skip any of the songs. And yeah, it's a vibe.
So one record out thus far, like new artist and new album, or is this?
Oh no, this is just a new album. Perfume Genius has been out for at least a decade.
Okay, what's the name of the latest one?
The latest one was Ugly Season, but I think they released an EP after that. So yes, the Ugly Season is their most recent full album, but they did release an EP again in 2022 afterwards called Live at Electric Lady.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. That's 2 different artists for us to put some songs from on the playlist for everybody to take a look into. And then, of course, the 3 that I had are quite a bit different from each other for different reasons. And then, oh boy, it's
Michelle's awesome.
Yeah, it's a brand new year. and a brand new, wonderful time for Michelle to share her jammy jams with everybody. So, Michelle, what have you been listening to?
Well, I've been off of work for since before Christmas, and so I don't even know what day it is. So to be honest, I don't know what I've been listening to, but
though. I'm not upset about that. That's a great way to live. Not even knowing.
I know.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. But so I don't really know what I've been listening to, but I do have a whole bunch of songs that I've recently liked on Spotify. So I'm just going to say that those are my jams because I liked them.
The listeners can't see this, but you did Dr. Evil quotes when so you did like them or I don't understand why the quotes.
I like the songs.
Okay. But why the air quotes? It's not the air quotes indicate that you didn't actually like them.
I don't know, but you should see that it has it tells you what categories the songs that on your liked playlist come from, and one of the categories is sad.
Oh no.
That sounds like you. So what are some of the songs that you've liked recently on Spotify?
All the Debts I Owe by Camp, which I think I put Camp on the playlist the last time I was on the show.
Yeah, you've mentioned it more than a few times.
My Stomp and Hollers. Virginia by The Head and the Heart. I think The Head and the Heart is somebody that I definitely, every time I hear them, I'm like, this is awesome. I need to check them out. And then I never do. And then they show up on playlists and I'm like, oh my God, how did I forget that they existed? So I have them on my liked playlist so that I go back and remember and to listen to more, but I've never done that. And then Burn by David Kushner and I Guess I'm in Love by Clinton Kane. They're all pretty much in the same vein. I think they're all sad, is what this says. So.
Right. Well, Clinton Kane, I know that name at least. What genre would you call him?
He's singer-songwriter.
Oh, okay.
Emo, folky, I don't know.
So it definitely holler adjacent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely sounds like stuff that you would listen to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. His name sounds like he would be a country singer, but he's not. Don't be fooled.
Right. Well, because you don't ever listen to country music, so
I should tell you that the other suggested theme for my playlist is country.
Yeah, you know why? Because
it's country and sad.
Yeah,
country / blowjob.
Yeah. That'd be great. So anyways, those are our jammy jams, which I think are pretty eclectic enough to go ahead and carry the playlist. And what the feedback we always get on the playlist I like is people are always like, oh, I heard a ton of stuff I've never heard before and whatnot. And I think that this week will definitely be one. Right. No.
That's why she uses air quotes.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, Michelle, the fact that we're all listening to it is what means it's good.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, oh boy, it's time for our annual Spotify Wrapped episode. I have the same thing I have every year, which is I know exactly how and why my results are what they are, but Michelle's going to enlighten us and tell us why her results are wrong. You're listening to the Infectious Groove Podcast on the Odd Pods Media Network.
Once upon a time.
Boring.
It was the best of times. It was the worst.
You got that right.
What's your problem?
We want new stories.
Hi, it's Frankie.
And Garrett. And we host the Ever Trending Story, a weekly podcast where we bring to life a fictional story created by our own minds and some of the hottest, craziest trends from the internet.
Find us wherever you download podcasts, and be sure to join the fun on social media at EverTrendingPod.
This is Beer in Front. Every week I'll talk about a beer that maybe we've forgotten along the way while we get those check-ins and badges. Being the Chicago beer guy, I'll also talk about great craft beer in the city of Chicago. And remember, sometimes the beer in front of you is the best one yet. That's Beer in Front, part of the Odd Pods Media Network.
We are back. It's Russ and Michelle from the Infectious Groove Podcast, and along for the ride this week with us is Seth, a longtime listener and supporter who is very much in the podcast game himself. He has hosted several different podcasts and currently putting the wheels in motion to reboot his own music podcast. And we'll talk a little bit about that again at the end. But if you like what you're hearing from Seth, you're going to have a whole music podcast to listen to from him as well. So as we get into this second half of this episode, the first episode of 2023. We are looking back at our Spotify Wrapped from the year prior. And again, if you're a longtime fan of the show, if you've listened to our previous Spotify Wraps episodes, usually what happens is I can tell you the hows and whys of exactly why my Spotify Wrapped is what it is. Michelle starts making excuses for why her Spotify Wrapped is the way that it is. And Kyle is currently not appearing on the program, but generally he just goes on about hating robots and how the algorithms are wrong. Do I have that correct, Michelle?
Yeah, and I actually asked him, I was getting my notes ready, and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, my Spotify and Wrapped thing. And he was like, oh yeah, I forgot to even look at mine. So
oh man,
he's very much not in. He doesn't want to see what the robots have to say.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
Oh boy, yeah, I know you have such a problem with the robots and what they've done. It's really a lot for people to deal with. Hopefully we didn't have to put a trigger warning on this episode for people.
For the robot people,
right?
It's probably getting taken off of Spotify.
Right? Yeah. So let's start by just going through the two things I feel like are kind of minor. First is how many minutes did you listen to this year? Now, this one is always really low for me, and I always have an excuse why.
Oh, okay. The robot.
But like no, see, I know how and why things are happening. But like for you, Michelle, you leave streaming on like a heavy amount at work nearly every day, right?
Yeah, while I'm working. I don't just leave it on my desk and wander away.
Yes, but the music is playing, right?
Yes, and I also have like a 45-minute to an hour drive to and from when I'm listening to Spotify the whole way.
Right, so. And that's what I'm saying. So you will always have, like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you always have like the most minutes played because
we'll find out.
You leave it on at work. Whereas myself, like most of the time, if I am listening to streaming, it's in the car, and usually like Lauren's phone will be connected to the Bluetooth and, for GPS or whatever. So like I don't stream anywhere near as much because like I do stream, but not through my account. Does that make sense?
Wait, you don't control the music in the car?
No, we have a joined.
Never.
Yeah, we have a joined playlist where we both like everything that's on it. So I'm fine with whatever comes up off of that playlist.
It's kind of Lauren's fault that your music listening time is so low.
But it's always been that way for me. Like for the past, I don't know, if you go back and check our older episodes, it was like that. It was always that way. But Michelle,
listening to records though.
I'm sorry, Michelle, did you have some comments about me not controlling the music in the car?
No, I was just shocked that you said that someone else has control over the Bluetooth, because anytime I've been in the car with you, you instantly connect and take control. So.
That's because you listen to music I don't like.
I will fight you.
Lord, I'm aware. I don't know if you know this, but that is the whole draw to our show. Is the fact that you and I will fight each other. Like from day one, that's been the draw of our show. Is the fact
I'm pretty sure that if I was driving a car and I picked you up and I was listening to Pink Floyd, you would say it's the wrong version of that Pink Floyd and you would change it.
No. First,
that would never even happen.
Yeah, that is so far from a reality that would exist. There's just no way. So having said that, I'm reasonably sure I'm going to be lowest on this. So I'm just going to go and show mine first. My minutes listened for this past year was 9,882 minutes, which is got to be the lowest number out of all of us. Seth, what was your number of minutes listened?
My number of minutes is 39,259.
Yeah. Okay. So see, way more than me. Some would even say like 4 times more than me.
Yeah. If you can do math.
Right.
Yeah. Some people who can do math would say that.
Michelle, I have to assume yours is that much or more.
16,093.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Now, okay,
gosh.
Then I guess sidebar, Seth, what do you do for a living and what can we do for a living to get up to those numbers of streaming?
Well, I have a lovely work at home job that I don't particularly enjoy, but it does allow me to listen to music as much as I would like to throughout the day.
I see. Yep. See,
Yeah.
I work from home too, and I have no excuse. I just don't leave streaming on as much as I could, So
I will say in my defense that a lot of my work requires, it's not just passive, like I'm like doing like reading and stuff like that.
Right.
And I can't concentrate on music, which is what I'm trying to do. So I found myself turning it off a lot lately.
Yeah, I do a lot of data entry, like really boring, mundane data entry. And I have found myself writing emails and just like typing the lyrics
Oh, no.
in the email.
That's fine.
So I just go ahead and backspace a lot and then pause the song or whatever. So I can't find a good balance, between paying attention to it. Plus, a lot of what I do is with numbers and stuff too. So if anybody says a number in a song, I'll just enter an address wrong or weight wrong, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Except for if I'm doing mundane data entry like you do, I have to have music on or I'll fall asleep.
But
That's
you
fair.
can't. But you can still concentrate, like with the numbers and everything. Like you don't have a problem.
Just recently, I think I talked about it. We did inventory, and I was on the input data team. So
Yes.
for 4 days, I had to do nothing but take the tags and input them into a spreadsheet for 8 hours a day. And I listened to a whole series of podcasts, and I just fucking did it, and it was great.
See, if I was doing data entry and I had like streaming on, at least 5 or 10 times during the course of it, I would just type in 8675309. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying that I did it correctly.
oh, right, okay. You see, I'm
All
going
the
on-
numbers made it into the blanks, but maybe not the right one.
That's what I'm saying. That's all that matters. Prove it. Prove it. I was wrong.
Right on. So, what was your top genre, Ms. Stomp and Holler, Michelle? If I can be so bold as to call you Ms. Stomp and Holler. I want it to be sad. I really want it to be sad.
My top genre was pop, followed by stomp and holler. But my 5th top genre is neoclassical, which I don't even know what the fuck that is, but it's my 5th highest genre.
Huh.
What is neoclassical?
See, I know that it's a lot to ask. Like, I think it's kind of amazing. Spotify even has like the algorithms and formulas and stuff to where they're able to roll this out to like millions of people all the time to like know this stuff, But like, I would love it if you could click on that genre and see what you listen to from that.
I just literally put define neoclassical, and it just says adjective relating to neoclassicism.
So thanks for that help.
So I don't actually know what's happening, but I was going to ask you if you knew.
Me, I do not know what neoclassical is. I don't even know. Like, I know I've heard neo put into a lot of neo soul, neo jazz, like, and I know how to define those things, but I've never heard. The only thing I can think, Seth, do you think that that's like a sample thing? Like if she listens to enough stuff with like string samples and whatnot, maybe?
I was thinking maybe that, or I was wondering if I don't know if like EDM would be a category, but if you're listening to electronic music, maybe that would count as neoclassical.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not a techno fan. I don't know. I feel like they just made something up because it's pop, stomp and holler, rock, and hip hop. Yes, 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 yes. And then neoclassical. Like, that's just not true. Like, they just made up. They were like, here's your 5th thing, and we'll just make it up.
I had a similar experience this year.
You did?
Yeah. Well, not that this is a competition, but I know how competitive Michelle is. As the reigning person who's listened to the most music for the longest period of time this year, my top genre was indie rock, then rock,
checks out,
emo, pop, and then my last category is classify.
See, they're making things up.
What is classify? I did also search for that, and I was hoping Russ would also be able to tell me what my genre I'm listening to is.
Yeah,
it's the robots.
Right. Yeah. It's just what the robots want to tell you. What's interesting is I didn't even get that in my Wrapped. It just says top genre, and it gave me one. Like it didn't even.
You have to go through the screenshots. Mine's like a whole thing.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I literally got my top 5 artists, my top 5 songs, the minutes listened, and the one genre, and that's it. But
I did more research for this episode.
Yeah, well, that's what you're known for. That's what you're known for.
Let's get that on the record.
Yeah, that's. Do you want me to make you a sample of that, Michelle, just so you can hit a button and say, I did more research for this episode?
More research. I took one extra screenshot.
Right.
Yeah,
just saying.
Whereas Russ saw his one genre and was happy enough and left it as it was.
Well, I mean, when we get through the top, I don't know, maybe when we start going through the artists and songs, maybe we can kind of uncover some of this and be like, I don't know, maybe that person's considered that. But like when you look at my top artists, you'll be like, yeah, that's mostly rock.
I'm sorry, your top genre was rock.
Yes, my top genre was rock, which is not a giant surprise. That's pretty much what I've listened to in life.
At least it's not college rock.
Right. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It's adjacent to Seth's episode. We were talking about how like so-called alternative music was around for at least a decade before the mainstream decided to allow it and just call it rock. And so if you got an issue of Rolling Stone, they used to have like the Billboard Top 200 on the last page, but then it would be like the Billboard Top 200, and then they'd have like a top 10 album in the bottom corner, and it would just say college rock, and that was what alternative was.
It's almost like they were in like this probationary period to make sure that it stuck around.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, either that or they just weren't considered the cool kids is really what it is.
Are they now?
Alternative music's been the cool kids for 30 years now. Kidding me?
No, it's not a phase.
yeah, it's not a phase after 30 years. So I feel like it'll be fun to go through our top 5 artists first, and then our top 5 songs. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it would be more fun if we just kind of go around like name all of our 5s, and then 4s and so on and so forth. I'll start this out because my number 5 is going to be fairly obvious. And I think that this artist has made my top 5 a few times before the current circumstances going on in my world. But number 5 for me is Weird Al Yankovic, which is not a big surprise because I listened to a lot of Weird Al.
Who is that?
Prior to that's not funny, Michelle. You're a huge Weird Al fan. Like you're one of the biggest Weird Al fans I know.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. Good Lord. I don't know why y'all are trying to get me in trouble on this episode.
No, but I do enjoy some Weird Al. He's just not on my list.
Right. What is your number 5, Michelle, for top 5 artists?
Matt Mason.
Oh, wow. That's not a surprise.
It is a surprise that he's so low.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Does he have, how many records does he have? Do you know?
So he's got The Bank on the Funeral, and then he's got the stripped version, and then he's got the new one that I can never remember the name of. And I think he might have an EP as well. But between the stripped version, Bank on the Funeral, and the new one, just those 3, I listen to him constantly.
Yeah. No, you've talked about, we reviewed the one record, and then you talked heavily about the stripped version. Then when his new one came out, you were like all about it. So yeah I get that. Yeah. Who came in at number 5 for you, Seth?
So my number 5 artist is Beyonce.
Any thoughts, Michelle? It would appear Michelle's leaving the program.
Michelle's leaving.
Yep. Now, are you surprised that Beyonce is so low, though? Because you listen to quite a bit of Beyonce.
I'm not surprised. Beyonce is not typically even on my top 5, but because Renaissance came out this year, I listened to that album nonstop. So that would be what I would, the reason I would consider it pushing into my top 5.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, whenever an artist comes out with a new record or a record that you absolutely love and you just kind of put on repeat, that kind of almost automatically shoehorns them in. But 39 or 38 or 39,000 minutes listened, you must have listened to a lot of Renaissance.
30,000 of it was Renaissance.
Yeah.
It was definitely like, what should I listen to? Oh, Renaissance is good again.
Yeah.
Because just the whole record was good. It's a whole experience.
And that's fair. There's an artist on my top 5 that's like that I had a record of theirs where I was just like, if I was looking for anything to put on, I'd be like, okay, that album again is fine.
Yeah.
In at number 4 for me, this will surprise absolutely no one. Guns N' Roses. Now,
what?
Yeah. And what's funny about Guns N' Roses is I actually have gone through a long period of not really even bothering to listen to them because, they only have 4 studio records and then a cover album. And it's like, there's only so many times you can listen to those songs over and over and over. But this past year, they put out that super deluxe version of Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, which came with either 2 or 3 full concerts that I hadn't heard before. And I've said this on the show repeatedly that the reason why I'm a big, huge GNR fan is because in the early 90s, they were absolutely on fire in concert. So it was like, oh, well, a couple of concerts from that era that I love so much. Sure. So I listened to those a ton. Michelle, what do you got for number 4?
Kaleo.
Pick one. Pick the one you like.
And now they haven't put out anything new in a while, right?
No, but I did go see them in Red Rocks this year, and so I feel like there was a lot of before and after jam time.
So far it sounds like the robots are pretty on with you, though.
That does sound pretty neoclassical.
Yeah. Maybe Kaleo
that's
is.
it.
Maybe that is them. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
But am I missing something, or are there surprises coming?
Just keep going.
Okay. All right. Seth, who you got at number 4?
My number 4.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify my question. Seth, who's better than Beyonce?
That would be Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
That story checks out.
Yeah, she's always on my top 5.
Yeah. If you were to check if I had Lauren's Wrapped, which is kind of mine because we listen to so much of the same stuff, I guarantee you Gaga's a lock for the top 3 for her.
Oh, yeah.
Weird Al's
And
probably 1 and 2 for her, but
I was deep in Chromatica this year with another new album. Well, newish album, but there was the Chromatica tour, and I'm not rich, so I did not get to go. And so I had to just listen to the CD a bunch of times.
Lauren is a huge fan of, art pop, excuse me. Yes. And so we hear a lot of art pop.
Art pop is really good. Yeah. Aura is like really underrated.
Yeah. Number 3 for my top artist, and this is going to be one that Seth is not going to like. And this is because of what I said earlier about when I didn't have an album to listen to. I was just like, well, I'll just put that album on again. Yeah. Billie Eilish in at number 3 for me, which I know. You know what though? You don't
like Billie Eilish?
I am not. I will come out on the record that I am not a Billie Eilish fan. This could be due to her own thing where everyone just built her up to be like the next thing. Dave Grohl said she was the next Kurt Cobain. As a Nirvana fan, that really sat with me the wrong way. So I don't know. I mean, I just never got it. Just is like pop music for Zoomers, in my opinion. That's just how I see it.
I wanted nothing to do with her at all for the same reason. She was just overhyped, and everywhere I looked, I was like, there's no way this girl is as good as everybody says she is. And that record, Happier Than Ever, the one that I listened to a ton, I blind bought that on vinyl because I was like, what is the deal here? And I was blown away by that record. And for all cards on the table, I still haven't gone back and listened to anything before it. But that record alone is stunningly good. I just love her album now. Happier Than Ever. I think it's
separate the music from the artist or whatever you say.
Michelle, who comes in at number 3 for you?
Now this is where the issue comes in. Are you ready?
The robots have struck again.
The world is waiting, Michelle.
It's Kelly Clarkson. And so I listened to that one record on
Meaning of Life.
I was almost there. Like a shit ton for the album review. And then I love her Billie Eilish cover.
Happier Than Ever.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right, it is.
But every single playlist that Spotify curates for me has Happier Than Ever, the cover on it. Every single one. So at some point in my day, if I'm listening to anything that Spotify has made for me, Happier Than Ever, the Kelly Clarkson version comes on. So like you are planting that for me to make it on my fucking playlist or my Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, but you also love Kelly Clarkson though.
No. I'm going to side with Michelle on this one.
Seth's got 2 words, Taylor Swift.
Yes, I could not escape Taylor Swift Anti-Hero. After any album I listened to, they played Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero to the point where I hate it.
So like, I'm not saying that I don't love Kelly Clarkson. I do. And I did listen to her on purpose this year, but nowhere I listened to Kaleo and Matt Mason on purpose a billion times more than I listened to Kelly Clarkson. But that one fucking song follows me around and I love it every time. And that's why I let it play because I love it every time.
So you did listen to that more then?
Not on purpose though.
Yeah, but you did listen to it more though.
No. You think I listened to one Kelly Clarkson song more than I listened to Kaleo and Matt Mason for an entire year?
I think that you put on playlists more often than you put on those albums. Yes.
Yeah, but they make the playlist with the same fucking song.
Yeah, because it's based on what you listen to.
We have this fight every fucking year. Every year, man. Like there are other Kelly Clarkson songs.
There are.
But that's the only one that they ever put on.
Yeah.
You've been gone.
Yeah, because it's a big, huge hit.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Do you think we could get the Kelly Clarkson drop? Is that still on your board?
No. But I can throw it in the episode though. Seth, we are up to number 3 for you.
Yes, my third artist is Against Me.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
I listened to Against Me and Laura Jane Grace quite a bit throughout the year. Yeah, I guess I listened to Against Me slightly more, although I do have a Laura Jane Grace song on my top 5. So
Right on. That's what I was just going to ask was I didn't, you'll forgive me for knowing this because I don't know too much about Against Me, but is Laura Jean Grace still their lead singer and does solo stuff or no? Or are they even active?
I think she's more of like on her own now, but she still does play the Against Me songs at her shows.
Okay. Right on. I was just curious. I don't know enough about the band to know. So
Is Against Me still a band?
I don't think so. I think their guitar player left after a while, like, because Laura Jane Grace came out as transgender.
Right.
And so then, like, I think they went on tour and, like, everything was fine. But, like, maybe after, like, a tour, like, their guitarist got weird and, like, left the band or something. And then I think at that point, she kind of just was like, I'm going to take it on my own, like, under my own reins or whatever.
Right on.
My
Yes, as a matter of fact, my top 2 artists are going to surprise absolutely no one. So I'll just throw those 2 out there now because we got to move on to songs still, which I feel is also going to come with some controversy. But my top 2 artists in this order, in at number 2 is Pink Floyd. Giant surprise. I'm sure everybody fell out of their chair. And then number 1 is Michael Jackson, but this relates to my top 5 songs where I have a reason why that occurred, like why MJ flew right into the first spot, and the song in particular is number 1 too.
Is it because you listen to Happily Ever After over and over again?
Yeah, it's because they wouldn't stop putting Happily Ever After on playlists. And so because of that, Michael Jackson.
You know what's weird? That song doesn't even show up in my top songs.
It's
fucking weird.
It's because you listen to a lot of Kelly Clarkson.
I don't.
Michelle, what were your top 2 artists of the year?
Coming in at number 2 will surprise nobody. It's the Lone Bellow.
All right, right on. And actually, they didn't make my top 5 this year, and it's 100% my fault. I haven't listened to the new record anywhere near. Yeah, I still haven't listened to it. You know, I don't want to name names, but in 2 weeks, somebody has a album pick for album review, Michelle. So, yeah, that's in 2 weeks. That's in 2 weeks, Michelle. So, just saying, if you wanted to pick the Lone Bellow record, you could.
I'm just saying I'm not going to make you do your own homework. Like, you should just listen to it.
Oh, I see. Okay, who's in at number 1 for you?
This is lies. This is absolute lies.
Oh, my God. Okay, who is it?
Maren Morris.
You talk about Maren Morris a lot on this show.
But more than the Lone Bellow, Kaleo, or Matt Mason?
Yeah.
No! They put all of her songs on all the playlists from background music. The entire catalog is interlaced. Every other song is Kelly Clarkson and then Maren Morris.
Yeah.
I can't get away.
So then you listen to it a lot.
Not on purpose.
We're going to need them to come up with Spotify Wrapped on purpose and Spotify Wrapped
please.
on accident.
Like, what did I search for? What did I actually want to listen to?
Right.
What did I like? Like, when I like it. Like, what?
Yeah, again with the air quotes.
We're still not sure if she actually likes the stuff that she likes or not.
Exactly. Seth, what do you got for your top 2?
So coming in at number 2 for me this year is My Chemical Romance. So that's a good one.
Okay.
I saw them in concert, so I was listening to them a lot, and they came out with new music this year. So
if Michelle wasn't listening to so much neoclassical, My Chem would have made her top 5 too.
Yeah, yep. I'm still trying to get her to listen to All I Want for Christmas Is You from My Chemical Romance.
Listen, Christmas is the worst holiday ever made, and I'm not listening to their music.
But it's better when My Chemical Romance sings it.
I am not giving in to the propaganda.
Okay.
She's had enough of this Jesus propaganda.
She's fighting back against the robots.
Yes. All right. Well, who do you have at number 1, Seth?
Number 1, I have the 1975.
That's another band I keep forgetting to check out that I know that I'll like.
I have to say though, this was one that surprised me because the 1975 is like always in the number 1 slot every year. And specifically this year, I was like, I'm going to try and not listen to the 1975 as much so that they're not number 1. But then, they also put out a new album this year. So that I listened to that a lot.
But the robots, yes.
But so did Beyonce, and you admitted that you listened to Beyonce more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just very. I actually probably couldn't tell you like who I listened to more between the 1975 and Beyonce between the new albums, but I specifically tried not to listen to them for the greater part of the year so that I could get someone else. Noticeably absent from my top 5 this year is Pearl Jam, who is also pretty much a staple on the top 5.
So as we go into our top 5 songs, what's funny is I said that at least my number one song I knew was because of an event type thing. And looking at my top 5 songs, I now realize that 3 of my top 5 songs are because of that, which is kind of humorous. But going through our top 5 songs, number 5 for me is "Beat It" by Michael Jackson, which
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I'll have to play some of his material for you sometime. He wasn't really well known, but yeah,
before Michelle's time.
Yes. Michelle, what'd you say?
I said a little indie artist.
Yes. Yeah. He's from Indiana.
He's from Indiana.
Oh, zing.
Boom.
Zing. So yes, Michael Jackson, "Beat It," coming in at number 5 for me. Michelle, what do you got for number 5 on your songs?
I have "Bright Side" by the Lumineers.
Oh, right on. Okay. Well, I know that you talk about that. I think that album in particular a great deal. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to sell our tickets and we couldn't go see them, so it made me sad. So I stopped listening to them for a little bit.
So
I'm not kidding.
They could have been at like a solid 3, but then
they probably would have made my top artist. But like, it literally made me sad because we couldn't go to the show, and so it made me sad whenever they came on because I really wanted to go.
Why did you
Bad
miss the
vibes.
Lumineers?
Because the next day was my child's first birthday,
Oh, right. Okay.
and it was at Pine Knob, and everyone was busy, and no one could babysit my baby.
Okay.
Babies go to concerts for free.
Yes.
If they're
Do they?
under 2.
I think, yeah, under 2.
I fucked up.
You
I
did.
fucked up.
You did.
Probably could have brought her.
Yeah.
I know, it was on the lawn. She would have had a great time.
Yep. Seth, what do you got for your number 5 song?
My number 5 song is "The Swimming Pool Song" by Laura Jane Grace.
Oh,
Right on.
I thought you were
That's a good
describing the song.
It's the song about swimming pools.
Yeah.
Is it Baby Shark?
There is a little bit of doos in there, but
Sorry.
That's fantastic. In at number 4 for me is one of 2 appearances from this young lady in my top 5 songs, and this
Billie Eilish.
1000% checks out the song "Lost Cause" from the album "Happier Than Ever" by Billie Eilish. I love that song so much that if anything, I'm surprised it's at number 4, but then again, I will have an explanation for why my 5 works out the way it does. So if it wasn't for this like special event thing where I was involved with streaming, then the Billie Eilish songs probably would have topped the list. But so in at number 4 is "Lost Cause" from "Happier Than Ever" by Billie Eilish. Michelle, what do you have at number 4? And what's the sad song to go? Sad story to go along with why you stopped listening to it?
Well, my number 4 song is the only good song Adele put out this year. Oh my God! So that was on repeat because that was the only song I could really listen to off the newest album.
I do not like her latest record.
No, there's like one other song that's palatable, but oh my God, is like the Adele that I needed in my life and that I wanted the rest of the record to be. So I know for a fact I put that song personally on repeat for days. So.
Oh, right on. I should probably give that song at least another chance, given that you like it, because honest to God, I listened to that entire record one time and never went back for anything.
I tried so hard because I love me some Adele, and I could not get into it. So then, to make myself feel better, like I said, I just listened to "Oh My God."
Yeah, you listen.
I still haven't listened to that once yet.
Just don't.
Yeah,
she might be representing the UK in Eurovision this year, though.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Everyone else listening will know. It's fine.
Seth, what do you got for number 4 on your songs?
Number 4 is a song called "Basement Contender" by Sonic Youth. It was a newer album. I don't know that it came out in 2022, but I really like it. It's all instrumental, and it also helps me sleep at night. So
right on.
Maybe that's neoclassical.
Yeah, maybe
that's the classify.
That could be it.
It might be.
And at number 3 for me, again, I know why this occurred, but "The Way You Make Me Feel" by Michael Jackson, which again, I'm not at all upset about that being on there because it's such a jam, but it wasn't something that was in my normal playtime, but there's a specific reason why it occurred. And then, so we're into our top 3 now, Michelle. So what do you got for your third top song of the year?
"Circles Around This Town" by Maren Morris. That was a single that dropped before the record, and that was something that I know for certain that was me. That was a jammy.
That
jam
was
for
not
a
the
while.
Robots.
That was not the Robots. I'm pretty sure that's the first track off our new record. And so not only was it a single, but every time I listened to that record for the album review, it was always the first one on there. First
Right
one
on.
to be popping. So that was definitely on purpose.
Right on. Seth, what do you got for number 3?
My number 3 is a song called Part of the Band from the new 1975 album that came out this year. I believe it was their lead single.
So is that same type of thing? Did you listen to it a bunch before the record came out and then also with the record, do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Right on. And does it happen to be a favorite of yours on the record, or?
Yeah, I like that song. I like the whole record like a lot in general. I don't think there's any songs that I would skip, but that is like a nice, like upbeat, more like fun song.
Right on. And at number 2, and this absolutely would have been number 1 if it wasn't for the whole thing, which I'll explain in a minute. But the song that I love the whole album, but from Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever, the song Billy Bossa Nova, just
Jam.
Such a jam, such an unexpected sound. Seth, we don't allow those gestures on this show.
I missed it. Do it again.
Nope. I adore that song so much. It's different from everything that's on that record, and it's different from anything else I've heard on the radio in the past, I don't know, 10, 15 years. So that I probably have put that one song on repeat for like hours.
You probably gave it the Russ bump.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm sure it's the only reason it's popular at all is because I've talked about it on this show.
I mean, I wouldn't listen to it, you know.
You should, though.
Maybe I will.
I wish you would listen to that and the rest of the record. It's so good. Michelle, what do you got in at number 2?
I am on number 2 is Blood Runs Red, which is the title song off Matt Mason's new album.
And again, this is not.
Maybe that is the name of the new album.
We got it.
So,
or it's the lead single.
This
I don't know. I just am talking out of my ass now.
This is you did it though, right? Like you have no beef
100%.
with this.
But I'm just going to say that any of these songs that I listen to on purpose a lot, but then also they're just everywhere. Like I want to listen to it when I want to listen to it. And then when I want to play a playlist, like show me things that I like that I haven't been listening to on repeat. Like if I wanted to listen to it on repeat, I would, but like I listen to so much shit. Like, Spotify knows what I listen to. Like just leave all the shit. Play some Fleetwood Mac, some Tom Petty, some fucking
It sounds
shit.
like you need to write a strongly worded letter to Spotify.
To Mr. Spotify.
Yeah.
I am on it.
Okay.
It's already in my drafts.
Good. Seth, what do you have in at number 2?
My number 2 song is a song called Happiness from the 1975.
Right on.
Right on.
This was another one of their singles released before the album was released. So that's probably another reason why this song from the album came into my top 5.
Right on. My number 1 is number 2 is Michael Jackson Thriller. Now, the reason why, and I'm a huge.
Now you're talking bad about the Robots.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge MJ fan. No, I know exactly how and why this happened was because twice over the past 3 months, I took part in online streaming parties with Michael Jackson fans, where I was doing online live DJ session, and one of those 2 events was squarely focused around getting Thriller to the number 1 spot on the Billboard charts for the first time ever, like the song Thriller, getting it to number 1. In order to do that, what you had to do, because what a lot of fans will do is they're like, well, let's just put Thriller on repeat for hours, but you can't do that because they won't count it as a stream if the song gets played on repeat. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to put the song and then 2 other songs and then that song and 2 other songs and that song, right? So there has to be 2 songs played in between. So I did these 2 Michael Jackson online events, which were wonderful. And actually there's another one coming in January for Michael Jackson focused, but an entirely different thing. But they were wonderful time, but both of them were 5-hour sessions where the song Thriller played every 4 songs. So, it's like, for 10 hours of my 9,000 minutes of listening, the song Thriller got played like in, every 4th song. So I don't even like the song Thriller all that much. Like I like the record, but I don't like that song all that much, but I totally get why that is in my number one slot. So, and that same thing for The Way You Make Me Feel and Beat It. They were both in there because I played those songs more often than not, because I like those more than the actual song Thriller. So that was my number one. Michelle, first, before you tell us your number one, do you agree with it?
I mean, do I think that it actually happened? Yes. Do I think that it was on purpose? No.
Okay. All right. So you kind of agree with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
And
let me just I just want to go out there and say, I don't think that Spotify's metrics are wrong. I think that it's calculated on what they put in playlists, that it makes it into your top
see,
5.
and I avoid that by just not listening to pre-made playlists. Like, and I'm not even being like elitist when I say that. I just don't like, I make my own playlists and that's it.
So sidebar, I figured out that this is why I listen to the radio, is that I just can't decide. There's too many options. I cannot decide. So it's either a playlist or the radio, because I can't make a decision. Like my brain just stops.
No,
like,
I get
stops
that.
thinking. So
no,
like,
I do.
that's why
I'm not being a smartass. Like, I totally understand what you're saying.
No, I know. But like, I just recently, I was like, it's because that's why I put the radio on. I don't want to have to make a decision. Like the radio decides for me. I like
right.
that. So
no, I get that. So having said that, lift the curtain. What's the number one?
It's Maren Morris background music.
And
what a jam!
Huh?
What a jam! He said.
What a jam!
It is a jam, and I would say that that's probably my favorite song off the new record. And so I did listen to it on purpose a lot. But much like Circles Around This Town, it just shows up
on your
on playlists all the time, to the point where now I'm sick of it. Like I wanted to listen to it as much as I wanted to listen to it, and now it's just everywhere. So it's kind of.
You liked Maren Morris before she was cool. So what you're saying? I know that. I know that's not what you're saying. Seth, take us on. What do you got in your number one spot?
My number one song of the year is the only music that My Chemical Romance released, The Foundations of Decay.
So, okay, we're running a little long here, so I don't want to take up too much time on this. But
Okay.
Michelle made it clear to me that this song was not any good at all when it came out. And Seth, you obviously have a opposing opinion.
Well, not totally.
Wait, you listened to it enough for it to be your number one song?
Well, see, this is I put the work in to like the song, whereas Michelle did not.
I should not have to work for this.
You should never have to work for art.
I had to listen to this song so many times just to completely like realize like everything that was going on. Like, I don't typically like songs where the vocals are like buried in the track, and that's what was happening in this song. So I had to listen to it more times to listen to the words and like what they were saying.
I feel like maybe if I saw it live, it might change my mind.
I did see it live and it was pretty awesome.
Like better?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's just like more fun. There's lots of headbanging and everyone's into it, and you know, there's the excitement of building around you.
Okay. We'll see.
So if Michelle happens to be able to go to a concert again and it's My Chem, then she'll let us know.
I think they're out of her price range now, though.
I just hope they play that song by 9:30 so she can hear it and get
They
on
are
her way home.
definitely out of my price range.
It was the first song they played at every stop on their tour.
Good. Get the bad over with.
So you can just go listen to Foundations of Decay and you can be out of there by like 8:15.
No, I'm not going there for that.
So that was our Spotify Wrapped episode. I personally look forward to it every year because even though Michelle's correct, we do more or less have the same argument every year, but I still am entertained by it. And so I hope everyone else has been entertained by it as well. Before we get out of here, I do want to say, like I say, if you listen to the show and you said, boy, I wish I could hear Seth talk about music more, boy, are you in luck, because he has his Treble podcast coming back. What day are you launching it again?
We are launching February 1st. That is a Wednesday.
Okay. And you already have a season under your belt, though. So if anybody wanted to now, they could go subscribe now and listen to back episodes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a season 1 is out. I think there's like 10 to 12 albums that I discussed. And there's all that good stuff there.
Is one of them Beyonce?
It's not, unfortunately. I'll work that in a future season for you.
Yeah, Seth will just wait till you can come on the show to properly assess Beyonce's work.
And I'll have to listen to it before I come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe more than once.
Coming up on this program next week, we are going to circle back to an epic cover battle, and it's going to be a special treat for me and hopefully for the listeners as well, because my son Zach is going to co-chair the show with me, which is the first time that he's going to do that. He's been on our YouTube channel a couple of times, and he's actually been on Lauren's podcast twice and never been on my podcast. So,
whoa.
Is it because you never invite him?
It's Yes, that's absolutely what it is. And we are going to do an epic cover battle, and it will be interesting because we're going to do the Boys of Summer, the Ataris versus Don Henley. And
I have an opinion.
well, hold on now. Most of the time, though, people instantly will pick the one they heard first between these two. And it'll be interesting for Zach because he grew up hearing the Don Henley version and then heard the Ataris version. So just because, he's only 16 years old doesn't mean he automatically is going to go for the Atari's version. I can see both of you absolutely want to share your opinions on this. Michelle?
Oh, I was just going to say that my Yahoo email address from when I was a freshman in high school
is Atari Riot Girl or Atari?
Yeah.
What is it? Atari Riot? Is it Atari?
Don't give people my email address.
But is it Atari Riot? I'm not going to give the number, but it was Atari Riot Girl and a number.
At AOL.com?
Yahoo. But yeah, so I am a big Ataris fan, and I grew up on the Don Henley version. So
I see. Seth, and you have an opinion on this as well?
Maybe I'll call in.
Both songs are good, but as someone that has emo as their number 3 genre of the year, I would have to go with the Ataris.
I hear you. And
classifies your
it's
number
honest to
five,
God, it's something I'm going to have to think through myself because I grew up on the Don Henley version, but I absolutely love what the Ataris did with the song.
Did they play for it live when I took... Wait, did I take you to see them? No, Fun Glory.
Yeah, no.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, you're getting your emails mixed up again, Michelle. So
this is a competition too, by the way. So can you add Michelle and I's opinions in next week when you do that one?
Yes, sure.
To see which song wins.
We'll do.
I'm going to leave a voicemail.
Yes, please do. And so that is what's coming up next week. 2 weeks from now, Michelle will return to the program with an album review of her pick. Which should be great because I generally end up liking what she picks, even though she never likes anything that I pick. So,
I mean, that's not my fault.
Right. Absolutely.
Pick better music.
I think you can safely not listen to Maren Morris background music.
Right. So, like we always say about this time, without music, life would be a mistake. Bye.
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 The Infectious Groove Podcast is hosted by Russ Robinson, Kyle Wimple, and Michelle Casalecki. Produced and edited by Russ Robinson. Intro and outro music composed by Chris Kimmel. Recorded with a Rode Podcaster Pro and Rode Pod mics.